Another tough one for the West Indies fans. Yes, my viewers and subscribers, South Africa, they were able to get the better of West Indies in the second and final test match of the series. Boy, I tell you, game not even going over into day 5, but I just one of them things, my peeps. As fans, it's not like we were expecting West Indies to dominate South Africa or anything. But watching the game, as fans, we would probably come up with certain things in our mind, how to go about, getting as close as possible to the target that South Africa made in that second innings there. And to see the guys go out there and just fumble and get bowled out for 106, going in search of 391, and they had 2 days to do that. Just goes to show that we are right where we started off the series. No improvement, no growth. I know it's a tough one to take. I know you guys are probably still, I don't want to say in shock, but we're going to talk about it a little bit still. And I implore you, if you have not yet subscribed, hit that subscribe button. Because whether we'll win, lose, or draw, I am always going to be here to break it down. Alright, I'm going to go straight into it. So, I got an opportunity to see the first couple of overs of the day's play, and then I caught a little bit more in the middle. So I didn't watch it all the way through. But what I can say is that, we saw some good bowling from the West Indies bowlers right at the beginning of the day. Jason Hola got things up and running for us. Made sure that the South Africans didn't push all the way through. So the South Africans got 321. Basically the same score that they got in the first innings. First innings they made 320. So this time they got 321, and that would have made it a target of 391. As I said, Jason Hola, he was able to pick up a couple of quick wickets in the morning to make sure that they didn't give us over 400 and odd runs. So Hola finished off with 3 for 48. So that is what it looked like, my peeps. 3 for 48 for Jason Hola. Alzarri Joseph 2 for 49. Kyle Mayers 3 for 46. We had Kemar Roach and Raymond Reefer picking up a wicket each. Now, watching the earlier part of the fourth day, right? That was today. I was thinking that a couple of things that the captain got wrong in terms of his field selection. I don't want to say he got it wrong because he was probably working off his plan. But watching the game and how the game was going, I was thinking that, a few things I would have done differently. When we had Rabada and remember Rabada and who was at the crease. We had 2 new batsmen at the crease, 2 tailenders, and I noticed where he pulled the slip, and then there are a few things that I thought were shaky. Not gonna say this is the reason that we lost the game or anything, because the batsmen totally failed. But in terms of tightening up certain things in the field and setting the field position, setting players in positions, I think that the captain missed a few tricks there. So 391 is what we got to chase, and we totally flopped it. You understand? The batsmen decided not to do anything. Craig Brathwaite made 18 at the top. Tej Narayan Shandapal made 2. Raymond Reefer made a 2-ball duck. Jermaine Blackwood made 4. Rastan Chase didn't worry to trouble the score, so he made 0 from 6. Kyle Mayers made 7. Joshua Da Silva, the wicket keeper, he was the one that stood up and basically tried to do a little thing for us. He made 34 or 52. Jason Hola, who top scored with 81 in the first innings, he came back and he made 19 from 19. Alzarri Joseph made 18 from 13. Apart from that, nobody else got into double figures. So I don't know, my viewers and subscribers. These guys, as I said, it wasn't expected that we are going to outplay South Africa. As I always say, it's a reason why they are ranked above us. It's a reason why they are ranked at number 4 and we are ranked at what? 8, 9, somebody are, well, I doubt we are ranked that far in Test cricket. Probably 6, 7. But it's a reason why they are ranked above us. Some people don't believe in the ranking system, but if you have players that are outperforming another set of players. They are definitely above them. You understand? Not saying South Africa is the most consistent team in the world. But on the flip side, you can say West Indies is probably one of those teams that we more often than not when they come up against the top team, we flop. You understand? Where Test cricket is concerned, over the last close to 2 years, we haven't been the worst in the world. But this South Africa series here, we really came up short. Definitely came up short, and it was as a result of the batting. You understand? The bowlers made the South African batsmen get off to good starts in both innings, but they pull it back to what you can consider to be respectable totals in Test cricket. To get a team for 320, it's not the worst thing in the world. If you're a Test team and you can make 300 on a regular basis, it doesn't make any sense. So if our bowlers consistently get teams for 320, 321 and things like that, the batsmen should be able to work with that. We can't always expect the bowlers to come up with miracles and bowl teams out for 150, 250. This is Test cricket where you have teams have 2 days to bat and things like that. You know, batsmen just need to step it up. And in terms of the bowling for South Africa, Simon Harmer, he took 3 wickets. Maharaj took 2. Rabada took 2, and we had Coetzee. He had, I think that's how his name is pronounced. He had 3 for 37. So those were the guys that were the main destroyers for South Africa. So losing the second Test match inside 4 days, session number 2. So we had quite a few time to bat. Not gonna say to chase it down. Not a lot of teams would have chased over 320, 330. In second innings. So probably would have been a stretch to ask them to chase down 391. And I mean, the South African captain Temba Bavuma made most of the score, 170 that he got. But at the end of the day, he's a part of the team and he made most of the runs, so it doesn't matter. The team made the runs. So we cannot even look at it and say that one man made the runs and we bowl on the rest of the team. Then you know, if you have plan to get that man out, the man is a part of the team. You understand? So if you even bowl on the rest of the team for 30 runs and one man make 300. At 330 runs you have to face. You understand? So I think that going forward, there are quite a few things that are going to need to change. A couple of guys were given the Zimbabwe and the South Africa series to really show where they're at. People like Raston Chase, these guys are going to be under pressure. I mean, Raymond Reefer, hit and miss. Blackwood, same thing. Jason Hola came back and showed that he's probably the all-rounder who is ahead. Kyle Mears didn't get any runs, picked up some vital wickets. But in terms of going forward, I think we're still between a rock and a hard place. We're going to have to make some tough decisions where New India series is concerned. You understand? I think a couple of people are behind now. So probably in our next video, I will take a look at a couple of the guys that we probably need to move on from. But in moving on from them, it's not even going to solve the problem, because we don't have anybody banging down the door left, right, and center. I mean, we are calling for people like Arthur Ness and Casey Carty and these guys because we want to give them a look in. They are making some runs every now and again in regional cricket. We want to give them a look in. We want them to develop and see where they're at. But, it's not like they're going to fix the problem. So, quite a few things to talk about, my peeps. I just wanted to give you guys this result here. And then further on, we will talk about other things. Big up on the server, peeps.